Good morning everybody. Saturday the 10th of February 2018. I just wanted to bring you another update. There's been a few changes to the aquarium and the colony. A while ago I had to sell quite a lot of fish, a couple of dozen fry or juveniles, some of the juveniles that have been in the aquarium a while, and two of the females. The reason behind this was just down to space really. This is only a 100-gallon aquarium that I'm limited to. Wish I had room for a bigger one, but this is it. And I realised that space was becoming a little bit tight for these guys. The good news is the two females that I sold, the mature ones, they've gone off to start another colony with a male similar age to them and a similar size to Herman, so hopefully that's going to go well. You may notice that there are one or two juveniles in the aquarium. There's actually four. These are from the last batch, and the striping on them's quite remarkable. Some of them have got 7, some of them have got 8, and one of them's got like a T-bar shape at the back, so I decided to keep that for myself and grow it out, see what it develops like. Probably get to a point where I will sell them, but I just wanted to see how they grew and see if I can show you guys what they look like in the future. The other thing that I wanted to show you is the plant. Now I'm quite envious of some people that keep Frontosa on YouTube that I subscribe to. They seem to be able to keep live plants in their aquariums. I can't do that. If I put live plants in, Herman and the rest of the Frontosas just shred them. So what I've started doing is, you probably noticed from past videos, is keeping fairly robust imitation plants. But I always wanted to keep a Nubius type plant. I really do like those, so I picked this one up about a month ago, and Herman hasn't stripped this one yet. As you can see from the leaves in the bottom of the tank, he has had a go at some of the smaller ones that are on the right hand side that you can see. But at the moment he's left this big one alone. He's not making an appearance this morning. He's just hiding in that cave to the bottom right, which is a shame because he's looking really good at the moment. Well, they all are. One of the reasons that I got rid of the two big females is that when you get short of space, Frontosas are quite a placid fish, but they are territorial, and I was getting a little bit of fin ripping, which is never nice to see. And after those two had gone, oh, he's here, look, there he is. It seemed to settle down, and they're all looking really healthy. Not many with ripped fins. With that said, there has been a bit of activity on the breeding front. Herman's been trying his best, so they're chasing one or two of the females around and trying to get into the smaller caves to get at them. So there has been a little bit of, not fin ripping, but tearing. But overall, yeah, they're looking at. Oh, there's the one in the middle now. If you can see that one, he's got, or he or she's got a strange appearance to his stripe at the rear. It's gone now. We'll see how that grows out. A lot of people think that you should cull fish like this. I don't know why it happens. There's no inbreeding. Herman come from a different batch of fish to the female. Most of these females, and Herman came from different breeders, different aquatic shops. Although with that said, I don't know. They were the similar age. They may have been out the same batch and just sold it separately. But yeah, I'm happy with the colours. I'm really pleased with this plant. Although it's imitation, it does give a different aspect to the aquarium. I'll let you just enjoy watching them for a bit, and I'll keep quiet. it's quite difficult when I sold the 2 mature females. I didn't want to part with them. I'm happy that they've gone to create what will hopefully be another successful colony. But it made me realise that these fish are approximately 5 years old, maybe going on to 6, and obviously they're going to get bigger and bigger. And as we stand with Herman and the 3 females, you know, they seem to be doing okay, but my concern is that they are going to get much larger. So with that, I'm well aware that I can't increase the tank size because of the space and the area that I've got. With that volume of water, it needs to sit on a solid floor, and I'm limited to that in this property that we live in. No intentions of moving. So my thoughts are now that I may have to rethink about what fish I'm keeping in the future. Obviously you've got to be responsible for what you're keeping, and if these fish get so big, it may come to a point that I may reluctantly have to sell them. And you know, having kept them for only 5 or 6 years, they become a part of your family really. Sometimes they are quite a gregarious fish. Most of the time they're fairly shy, but everybody gets attached to them. But it has to be considered, and with that I'm now thinking, if I did have to sell them, this is several years down the line obviously, you know, I wouldn't sell them now, but if I did sell them, would I start again with a new smaller colony of Frontosas and do it all again, or would I switch to other fish that, you know, perhaps maybe don't grow quite so large that I could keep for a length of time? These fish do last a long time. They live up to 20 years or more, and they can grow to 12 inches. I don't think they grow that big in this captivity, but obviously they can get large. So that's in my mind. If anybody's got any thoughts on that, I'd be interested to hear what you think. I suppose some people might think I was reckless initially setting up a Frontosa aquarium and not being able to give them what they want in capacity and volume of water. I started off with a 55 gallon, if I'm truthful, and I had about 8 or 9 in that aquarium until they were sort of 2 or 3 year old, and then I moved on to this one, which is 100 gallon. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, changing the subject dramatically, is the lighting. Some of you that have watched my videos may notice that the lighting's slightly different, and the reason behind that is when I sold the last batch of juveniles from the tank that I keep them in, from fry or from eggs, the light that was in there is just a small LED, very small, probably not even 19 centimetres long, and I just had a crazy idea to bring that up and put it in this aquarium, and it lit it up quite nicely. Not as bright as this, but I noticed that Frontosa were out more. They weren't hiding, because on this aquarium the standard fitting is 2 4-foot fluorescent tubes, which is extremely bright when it's on. I'll show you. See, those are the main tank lights, which is, you know, very bright, and they don't tend to come out that often unless I switch off all the filtration system and feed them, and they seem to know what's going out, and then they come out, and then as soon as I switch them back on they disappear. But with the lower lighting, which will go back to, they seem a bit happier that there's dark areas, and they do tend to come out a little bit more. And all this is I've put the one that was in the fry tank back in, and then I've bought another one similar size, and it's just a small 19 centimetre LED white light that, you know, it does for a 5-foot tank. It's doing a good job. So I just thought I'd share that with you. You can see some of the leaves that are on the substrate, on the sand. Those have been stripped from the plants on the right, which aren't as robust as the one in the middle. and I've just left them in there. They don't do any damage. Herman likes to play about with them, so I'm just wondering if he's going to strip any more off. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on what type of real plants I could keep with Frontosas. If any of those Herman just being a little bit bossy. I think he's in the mood lately, and they're not at this point. But it's about time for that, because it seems to happen after several months that they breed again. So I'm sure I'll be bringing you an update with news of more eggs. Okay, that's all for now. Have a good day, and if you like it, like it. If you don't, let me know why. Everything's interesting, good or bad. You know, I'm looking to grow and learn. So yeah, please let me know what you think. Thank you very much. Bye bye.